Okay, we're in match 2. Right now we're 1-0, and Jake is way up in cards on our Dominaria sealed pool.
You're really good at opening Planeswalkers, though, so I think...
That's true. What Planeswalker do I want to open with this pool?
I want you to open Jay Ballard.
I really don't want to open Jay. Anyway, we are on the play against Pasher. We're going to go first. Wow, for a deck with only 2 Mutavaults in it, we draw 2 Mutavaults a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not very excited about these 2 Mutavaults since we have a Drogskol Captain in hand. Also, we're forced to fetch Shock on turn 1. Overall, this hand is keepable. It's got a curve in 3 lands, provided we find another colored source, but it isn't the most exciting hand. It has the potential to be very aggressive. It could be a super aggressive hand. If we find a colored source on turn 3. By turn 3, then this hand gets super aggressive because we get to go turn 1 Wanderer, turn 2 Supreme Phantom, attack for 3. Turn 3, we either animate Mutavault, attack for 6, or we play Drogskol Captain and attack for 6, or we play Selfless Spirit to be defensive and attack for 4. We've got some stuff to do. The Selfless Spirit's a nice little bit of insurance, but this hand, I don't know, it's like kind of soft to burn.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine against the various graveyard decks. Turn 1 Wanderer is good insurance against a lot of decks. It means that like the red-black graveyard decks aren't going to cast a turn 1 Faithless Looting. This is a fine hand against humans. It's all right, especially if they don't have a turn 1 play.
Like
so
that.
they what? Okay, so humans mulled a 6. No, they didn't. They kept 7, and they don't have a turn 1 play. So what does that say? A hand full of Thalia's Lieutenants and Phantasmal Images?
They play mostly 2-drops, right?
Yeah, but their deck sort of relies heavily on the strong turn 1 play. So we could either see a very aggro Thalia's Lieutenant hand, or we could see like a hand that's all about Freebooter plus Meddling Mage.
Okay.
So if it's a Freebooter plus Meddling, well, yeah, but Freebooter plus Meddling Mage really hurts us.
Yeah.
Not a lot we can do about that. Well, nothing we can do about that right now. But we can try to race.
Yep. Try to smack him down. Bring the smack down.
This hand that we have right now can absolutely race a hand of Thalia's Lieutenants. It is going to be soft to a Meddling Mage hand if they can back it up with anything.
No, yeah. Here we go.
Okay, so here's the Freebooter. So I do think that this is a Freebooter Meddling Mage sort of hand.
Wombo combo.
I really hope that we hit a colored source. Nice, we got there. So we'll get a Drogskol Captain on the board now before they can Meddling Mage it. Because we got that first Drogskol Captain out, they might be more likely to name Selfless Spirit because it makes combat such a nightmare for them. I think that on this board, a Selfless Spirit is scarier than a second Drogskol Captain.
Sure.
A Reflector Mage on Drogskol would be kind of annoying, but not that bad.
Maybe they just have a Manus Rider.
I mean, if they play Manus Rider here, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Because we can attack in with all 3 of our creatures on the following turn into a Mantis Rider.
Have a 4/4 hexproof. Yeah, that's GG. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Just for
taking game 1
for
so
yeah, for the math's sake. On the following turn, like let's say the following turn we could have played a Selfless Spirit, pumping our Wanderer to a 4/4, animated a Mutavault, and swung, and we would have been attacking for 3, 5, 9, 13 with a Selfless Spirit on the board. So even if they played like pretty much anything,
right,
they wouldn't have really been able to do anything about it. Cool. Seems like a really loose keep. I don't know why they kept that hand. Like turn 1 nothing into turn 2 freebooter is not good enough against most decks. Okay, sideboarding. We're gonna bring in Kira because they're gonna bring in is a Statcaster. Negate does nothing. Unified Will does nothing. Worship and Settle are both good against humans. On the draw, Settle gets a lot worse. But Worship can still win the game. So we won't bring in Settle on the draw. But if this goes to game 3 and we're on the play, we'll definitely bring in Settle the Wreckage. Fragmentize is a maybe. They do rely very heavily on Aether Vial. I don't like siding in Stony Silence against humans. Even though many times I've been like, wow, Stony Silence would be great here. Right. It's just there are plenty of other times where it would do nothing. Vapor Snag is good. Hard removal for any of their image copies. And Echoing Truth is also good. Might not bring in Echoing Truth, though that's a maybe. So as far as what we're siding out, Remorseful Cleic comes out. Thalia comes out. Vendilion Clique comes out. Vendilion Clique lines up just so poorly against Mantis Rider. So all those are coming out. We're bringing out 5 creatures. Right, so we're going down to 28 creatures minimum or maximum after sideboarding. These are the easy cuts. From there, we could cut an Aether Vial, or we could just only bring in 1 Echoing Truth. I think just 1 Echoing Truth. I think that's probably better, yeah, because we still want to be pretty threat dense. And now we have the 4 paths plus Fragmentize to destroy a Vial and then 2 bounce spells. So we have a little bit more interaction. The big things here, though, are Kira and Worship. Those are huge against humans. They might just not have an answer to Worship. Right. All right. So as we sometimes say here, it's better to have a terrible 7 than a mediocre 7 because you just automatically mulligan. You don't have to even think about it. This is cool. We have the potential to totally smash a hand that's relying heavily on turn 1 Aether Vial. So put this on the bottom. Doesn't really do anything interesting for us, and we now are really hoping that they go turn 1 Aether Vial. Not usually the goal. Right? The goal is not when we side in Fragmentize. The plan is not to destroy a turn 1 Aether Vial with it, but when given the opportunity. Okay, so they're on an aggressive Champion of the Parish opener. Found a land. We'll shock this in, I think, and get Mausoleum Wanderer on the board. Champion doesn't give any value to any other cards, so it doesn't really matter if we leave it on the battlefield for 1 turn. The worst thing that could happen would be either Thalia's Lieutenant and it attacks for 3, or like double Hierarch, it attacks for 5 or something.
It's not a must kill yet.
Yeah, we're almost guaranteed to kill it next turn, but we don't have to kill it this turn.
Okay.
All right, so we're not going to kill it. That's okay. I'm not feeling confident about this game, but I really wasn't looking at the hand. It wasn't feeling like a good hand, especially since they kept 7. Wow, okay, so we still drew a Phantasmal Image. That's a really bad draw. We could Phantasmal Image Kitestale Freebooter, see if we can take a Dismember from them.
Yeah, that doesn't seem bad.
But... Or we can Phantasmal Image a Mausoleum Wanderer, which doesn't really do anything. So I think we're gonna Phantasmal Image their Freebooter, and if nothing else, we get information about their hand. And the worst case scenario here is we see how they're gonna kill us, and then we know, Right. Okay. What you got? Okay, Reflector Mage, another Kitestale Freebooter, Champion of the Parish, and Mantis Rider. No 4th land.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and reveal that. Why do we get what?
Why do you see it twice?
For some reason, we get to see their hand twice. All right, so it would be great if we could fade a land from them. Looks like we did. Now we get to see if they're going to play out the champ or the freebooter to take the Fragmentize.
Probably not too frightened of the Fragmentize.
They draw Thalia's. Okay, that's a great draw. Yeah. Okay. So nothing we can really do about this. I think we want to eat an attack for a turn. On the following turn, Selfless is okay. We'll still wait.
So you probably want to quell whatever their next play is.
Yes. Especially if they hit a third land and try to cast Reflector Mage or Mantis Rider. But even if they don't, so if they don't cast anything pre-combat, I'm going to cast the Spell Queller in combat, which will buff the Mausoleum Wanderer to a 2/2.
And then you can double block the.
And then we can double block the Kitesail Freebooter. So is it worth quelling this or not?
So it only gives a counter to Thalia's Lieutenant, right?
No,
and
they both.
Champion.
Yeah, let's quell it for that reason. Yeah.
So they might not attack their Freebooter now.
Yeah, so we don't really get the option to trade because that would just be a really dumb attack from them. Instead, we just prevent the damage. If they attack with the champ, we block for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No question.
Oh, so if you click on the...
Oh, yeah, we can get rid of the Freebooter that they played. All right, cool. So we're going to block this for sure.
Yeah. They get the Freebooter back.
They get the Freebooter. They take a Fragmentize that we don't care about at this point. Right. And they get one counter on the Thalia's Lieutenant, but we get their 4/4 off the battlefield in exchange for one of our creatures. So we'll block with everything because we could just block with Wanderer plus Spell Queller. Spell Queller is the obvious thing to kill, but who knows? Maybe they stack by blocking with everything. We give them a chance to make a dumb decision, and maybe they. Oh no, I guess they can kill both of these. So we won't block with everything. Never mind. I was thinking like they can only ever kill one thing, so give them a chance to click the wrong thing. But if we block with all three, they can kill the Freebooter and the Wanderer, and we don't want a 2-for-1. We also now have a creature in the graveyard, which means we can make a token with Moorland Haunt, which will trigger the Mausoleum Wanderer, which can then block the 2/2 Thalia's Lieutenant. I guess it'll be a 3/3 when it attacks next turn because they'll play Champ.
Or, double block the Freebooter. So.
Yeah, double blocking the Freebooter is probably what we would do, actually. They probably won't be attacking with this Freebooter as a result.
So if they rip a land, they have really good attacks with the Mantis Rider.
Is Mantis Rider better than Reflector Mage? I think Reflector Mage might be better.
Sure.
But either way, if they rip a land, they got really good attacks, and there's not a lot we can do about it. We could play out the Selfless Spirit, but I don't think that's. I think it's better for us to make a token.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
So, also sometimes there's upside to holding lands. In this case,
they know our hand basically.
They not only they know our hand, but. They found a land, but if they didn't know our hand, if we drew a land next turn, then we would be able to Selfless Spirit and Moorland Haunt.
Okay, yeah, here comes the Reflector Mage. Okay, so they must have targeted, your Mausoleum Wanderer. Makes sense.
That's fine. It's not a ton of damage. Like, we can eat that 5. Well, yeah, can we? Maybe not. Because the following turn they're playing Mantis Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe we start the chump Moorland Haunt chain.
I think I'd rather chump with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not with this.
I'm saying we'll keep making spirits from the.
Yeah, but I think we probably chump the 3/3, take 2, and make a token, right?
Yeah.
Because we could draw a Supreme Phantom next turn, and suddenly the token is just way better. Okay, so we'll make a token. Hope to draw Supreme Phantom. Vapor Snag's good. That's really good. So that unwinds their whole thing.
So wait till they play the Mantis Rider?
Yeah, so I think we should play out the Selfless Spirit.
I say Selfless Spirit, Mausoleum Wanderer.
We can't cast Mausoleum Wanderer, but also we shouldn't do that because then we wouldn't have the mana to Vapor Snag and Path.
Oh yeah, we can't play because of Reflector Mage.
Yeah, but we wouldn't. I don't think we would do that anyway. I think we're gonna play out a Selfless Spirit.
Yeah, this is actually good.
Yeah, we can work with this. So play out a Selfless Spirit. Pass a turn. That's a dead draw for them this turn because they're playing Mantis Rider, so they can't cycle it. Oh, actually no, they can cast Mantis Rider and Champion of the Parish. We're still chumping this anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, so they play their Mantis Rider. Lieutenants are 4/4. We're not out of the woods by any means, but the lieutenant's just getting chumped, so it doesn't matter how big he gets this turn. Let him go to combat.
Alright.
So they attack with everything.
So snag the freebooter. We get Path. Do you Path the Lieutenant and double block the Mantis Rider?
I kind of like that. Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Because then you take 3.
Yeah, I mean, we're still really on the ropes, but I think that's the best play.
Yeah.
So we'll double block the Mantis Rider, and then we'll Vapor Snag this, and then Path this. I like it. Cool. So double block Mantis Rider. And as soon as this happens, they know that something's up. As soon as they see us block that way, they're like, uh-oh. Make sure we use the island to cast Vapor Snag.
Yep. You don't want to misclick.
Now we will Vapor Snag Kitesail Freebooter. And we will Path to Exile Thalia's Lieutenant.
And now we have Maz Wanderer and Make a Spirit.
Yeah, which is not amazing, but it is something.
Yeah.
They just got a basic island. News to me that humans plays a basic island.
What would they be playing that for?
I mean,
Hey.
That's great. That's really good.
Yeah.
That might buy us a lot of turns.
Yep. Snap with a full graveyard.
Yeah. Well, not really. We have 2 creatures in the graveyard.
Okay. Yeah.
But we might get a 3rd in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Here's a question, Jake. Do we tap pre-combat, or do we?
Yeah, we're at 4.
Well, yeah, but I mean if we tap post-combat, or if we tap in combat, then we get a chance to Mausoleum Wanderer, block, and kill a creature. That's what I'm thinking, right? So like they play a freebooter here.
Also, well, they know what.
Yeah, but we still give them a chance to screw it up, right?
Sure.
Also, we get to see if they play a creature before combat. If they make the champ a 3/3, then we definitely tap it. But if they don't, if it's only a 2/2, then we let them attack with everything. We flash in Mausoleum Wanderer. We block and kill the champion of the parish with Mausoleum Wanderer, and we take 3, go to 1, and then we have like actual outs. Okay, champion of the parish.
That's
So yeah, that is good. So now we're gonna tap this. Frustratingly, they do have a sort of freebie attack with Reflector Mage, and we gotta let them do it. We gotta go to 2. What's our best draw next turn?
Maybe Supreme Phantom.
But then we can't activate Wanderer, or we can't.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh wow, no attacks. I think Rattlechains would be the best draw. Yeah. Okay, well, Seachrome Coast definitely isn't the best draw.
Could set us up for some good draws.
Yep. So this is another one where like normally I like to hold the lands, but playing out Seachrome Coast is actually better because we could draw a 2-drop next turn.
So we are bleeding out slowly, but we have come back from similar games.
Yeah, not really against humans. It's really hard to come back from this spot against humans. They just are so threat dense. But, you know.
In one of our earlier videos, we had a very long game like this where we were so close to turning around.
Yeah,
but,
it's true.
We did.
This is like a, oh god, a Meddling Mage? Well, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't name Rattlechains.
They need Path.
Okay, fair.
I don't think we're relying on Path at this point.
Yeah.
Thalia's Lieutenant is the one I'm afraid of. Oh, So, Drogskol Captain would be a good name. I don't care at all. They love naming Drogskol Captain. All right, Selfless was a good name.
Yeah, that's a good name.
That was smart.
All right, so tap the 5/5 for sure. So this is really where Nebelgast Herald really earns his keep.
Mm-hmm. Like we might still lose this game, but we're probably still going to lose this game. But the fact that we're even in it is because of Nebelgast Herald.
Oh, I vote for the double block on that champion.
Absolutely. Puts another creature in our graveyard. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, so
now we can't.
Yeah, right. They saw it.
Yeah. So
jump to 3/3, kill the booter,
go to 1.
Fragmentize does nothing for us.
All right. Well,
this is probably it here, but
I think we block and kill the freebooter. Yeah. Well, then that's what we gotta do. We go to 1. We do have like an Echoing Truth that can double bounce the Meddling Mages.
Right.
That's a live draw. So we go to 1. We still have a creature in the graveyard.
Mausoleum Wanderer surviving is pretty good.
Yeah, another Seachrome Coast.
Great.
Okay, cool. So we're dead. Yep. Back-to-back Seachrome Coasts. Most of our deck was live there.
Okay, I do like Settle the Wreckage.
Yeah. So turns like that, like humans just doesn't play around Settle the Wreckage, and that's, I think, right. I don't think they should play around Settle the Wreckage. We're gonna keep in Kira because
she would have been pretty good there.
Well, I mean, they played 1 Reflector Mage, but like you gotta assume they play
a few.
You gotta assume they play that. They definitely play 4 Reflector Mage. I'm saying you gotta assume they play the Staticaster, and that destroys our deck. Like imagine how horrible that would have been in that game.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it.
Maybe cut a Phantasmal Image. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. All right, we're on the play. Got 13 minutes. We have Reactive Hand. We'll keep it.
Yeah.
The Worship is dead for a long time.
These are all cards I love seeing in this matchup.
Yeah. Just want like a Moorland Haunt. Yeah. That's really the missing piece. We're not going to crack this.
Seachrome Coast? Do they usually play that?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep, that's a common one. A lot of people, when I go Seachrome Coast into Aether Vial, they think I'm on humans. Okay, Wanderer. So we could Wanderer hold up Path, or we could just play Rattlechains and then Wanderer plus Path the following turn if we don't find a land.
Yeah, I love having Rattlechains in play.
Well, yeah, I mean, so the downside is if they go turn 2 Freebooter, then we've wasted a mana. I think I'd actually rather play Wanderer.
Yeah, sure.
We'll play Wanderer and hold up Path. That way, if they go turn 2 Freebooter, we can Path it immediately and keep our Echoing Truth and our Worship. Okay, so here's the Freebooter. So we did what we wanted here. So we'll Path it. Of course, we'd rather Path something scarier, but, you know, whatever. Path the Freebooter.
So they still get a look at our hand, right?
Yes. They just don't get to exile anything. So they know about the Worship now. Probably their only way to handle Worship is Meddling Mage on Worship. Like they play what's it called? Reclamation Sage, but they probably didn't bring it in. Okay, so these 4-mana spells are looking real bad.
Yeah. We're not under a whole lot of pressure yet.
Oh, we will be immediately for sure. This is going to be a disgusting turn, I guarantee it. And we're probably going to die with both these in our hand.
Well, it's I like seeing the Echoing Truth because that helps stall the game.
Yes, it can buy us some turns. But when they have 4 mana, like... Okay. Turn 4 Vial's not that big of a deal.
So, like, we could reset the champion here.
Probably what we're going to do. At least they have 4 lands and none of them are Horizon Canopies. Okay, so... Not how we want to be using an Echoing Truth, but saves us a lot of life. They get punished for playing the Vial pre-combat there. Oh, God.
Okay, would love to see a land for the Nebelgast Herald.
I would just like to draw lands for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I never seem to have these and lands. I don't think I've ever cast either one of these spells. Like, just never, ever. We can't even... Oh, God. We have to play the Rattlechains.
Yeah.
They know about the Worship, so they're probably going to name that.
It might even be fine to just, like, double block the Mana Strider if they go in.
Maybe. They might name Nebelgast Herald just since it's a 3-mana spell in our hand. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, it's really good in this matchup. Thalia's Lieutenant. Always. There's always a Thalia's Lieutenant.
Yeah. Okay.
We're so screwed.
This is not looking good.
Because we're already almost in forced chump block so we don't die territory, which makes Worship bad. Like, we have to go land, and hope that they don't have anything in order to even survive. Okay, third land. We have Rattlechains.
Right.
So, like, if they have a Phantasmal Image, and they can copy their Meddling Mage and name Worship, then we're sort of on hope they attack with everything and cast Settle the Wreckage or Bust.
Right.
But at least here we can chump with something. Probably chump with one creature, right? And just really cross our fingers for a 4th land. Also, we have to make sure we stay above 3.
Yeah.
So this could be way worse because we can just reflect or Rattlechains.
Right.
Okay, so that's not bad. We're gonna chump block with Rattlechains anyway because that way we at least get redraws with Worship if they play Staticaster. If we left 2 Rattlechains in play, that would be very sad.
Yeah.
So we'll give the targeted Rattlechains hexproof. So what we actually need to stay above 4 because we need to be able to fetch and potentially play an untapped Hallowed Fountain if we draw it.
Right.
So we have to stay above 4 life.
So we should fetch a tapped Hallowed Fountain, right?
No, I disagree. I think we should not fetch.
Okay.
It leaves 1 more land in our deck. We can fetch a basic island and still cast Worship if we draw any land. So we shouldn't fetch.
And we can fetch up the Hallowed Fountain if we have enough life.
Yeah. Okay, so what can we take hits from? Just these 2. So we have to chump, and we'll go to 5, and then we are live to draw a land.
Is it better to have a Rattlechains?
Yeah, I think it's better to have a Rattlechains. So we'll chump with this. By having a Rattlechains, it gives us the opportunity to like flash in a creature to surprise them and not actually die to Worship. Okay, another Vial doesn't matter. All right, so we need to draw land right here. Land. Okay, we're dead.
All right.
That stinks.
Well, we do have a consolation prize here.
Oh man, I hate playing against humans.
Yeah, it's too bad. All right.
Where's our land? Where's our land? So close.
So, okay. Oh, yeah.
Only
yeah.
5 cards away. All right, so we'll bust open our 3rd pack of Dominaria.
Yep.
You want to go first this time?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm opening a pack with Karn on front, so. All right. Frenzied Rage is our first card. Not excited about that. Vodalian Arcanist.
I like that card.
Adamant Will. Got another one of those already. Gaia's Protector.
The one you have is foil.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that non-foil one's worse.
Cabal Paladin. Another Gideon's Reproach.
Wow, so you have Seal Away and 2 Gideon's Reproach?
Yep. Another Run Amok. Another Voltaic Servant. Unwind. Ooh.
Alright, the first exciting card of this pack,
Yep.
another Eviscerate. Wow,
So I have
2
2
Eviscerates. That's super good.
Skizix, not super exciting. Ooh, Knight of Grace. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Another Seal Away.
Wow, so as good as your green-black pool is looking, black-white might also be good.
Right. And Naru Meha.
Okay, well that's sort of irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I got. Your white removal is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Come on.
4 great white removal spells. Is that 3 Sealaways?
No, just 2.
Oh, just the 2.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Knight of Grace.
Right.
So 2 Sealaways, a Gideon. Oh, it's 2 Sealaways and 2 Gideon's Reproach. That's right. All right, I got a Charge, Fire Elemental, Relic Runner. All right, Dub. Dub's pretty good for an aura.
You dubbing it?
Llanowar Envoy. That could be nice if I try to splash for Tatiola. Dredge Sentinel's not very good. Pegasus Courser fits really well in this potential go wide blue-white deck that I'm looking at.
Ooh, that's a good one against me.
Yeah, Fungal Infection is a good card. Guardians of Koilos, not that exciting. Baloth Gorger is fine. Urza's Tome. I have a lot of artifacts. There's a potential for that there. Weight of Memory is nothing. All right, History of Benalia. Cool. So this this white go wide deck is looking better and better. I also got an Arvat the Cursed.
That's interesting.
And I don't have any white legendary creatures right now to get buffed by him, but I do have a lot of good black stuff.
Right.
I have the Fungal Infection, a couple good defensive creatures, and 2 of the good black sagas.
Right.
So white-black is looking more and more appealing to me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. The History of Benalia plus Pegasus Courser and Call the Cavalry, that's a great,
it's a nice
great suite of cards there. Cool.
Sweet.
All right, we're 1-1. Back for match 3.